I remember it being another day in the annoying hellhole. That's what I used to call it. Having no sleep at all, eyes red, laying low, not really understanding what the teacher's saying. At home was the same usual screaming, hollering, banging, glass being broken is all I can hear at night while I try studying. But that was the same old, same old. In school, I barely paid attention because of it, but then come to think about it, didn't like school anyways. So to keep me awake, I guess you could say that I used to like distressing myself in a way people hardly do, which is to do it on other people, but with anger. I sometimes use the words egghead, peanut head, stupid things like that. I don't really know why I did it, but I just did. And now that I think about it, it seems kind of harsh that I didn't care. It's not like 1 out of 10 kids could have told anyone, because if he did, there would have been consequences. But I remembered myself doing it for quite some time with other kids beforehand, and it was relaxing and going well for me. This kid, Dave, yeah, that was his name. The one I've been mainly talking about came up to me that day. I remember it like it was yesterday. I really didn't expect it because I always went up to him first. He said that he wanted me to stop bullying him. And like I said, if he was supposed to stand up to me in any other way, there would be some issues. Later that evening, before 6th period, we had gym class together, and we always had to change our clothing before class starts. I remember seeing pieces of glass on the floor in the boys' room. I heard a rumor that there was a fight before my period and a window got broken. I kept wondering why Dave said that to me, and it got me kind of mad because he was my only friend. He used to do me a couple of favors here and there, doing my homework, let me cheat off his tests, being my kicking and punching bag. You know, stuff like that. So that got me a little sentimental. He bumped me. He repeated sorry like 5 times, and he seemed so scared. I looked over, and I saw the piece of glass, and having a flashback of the noise of glass being broken back at home, I picked up that piece of glass from the boys' bathroom. Next thing you know, my madness increased. I felt it taking over my body. I guess you could say that I had a pretty bad temper, and one little thing, I'll just flip out. I held the broken glass to him in a threatening way. I realized what I was doing and instantly opened my hand, letting the glass hit the floor, being broken into tiny glass particles. I remembered myself apologizing for my actions, asking for forgiveness, and didn't mean it. A few days later, I noticed what Dave was talking about. I had become my father. A week passed, and I went to school on a gloomy, rainy day, and I had so much anger in me, I was ready to explode. So I went looking for Dave so that my day would go a little better. And come to find out, he wasn't in school. He always was in school. That same day when I went home, my mom told me that she got a phone call. I didn't really expect her to talk to me because she barely does. But she told me Dave committed suicide. I remember it being such shocking news to me. I remember myself pausing, not breathing fluently, and objects starting to twirl around me. I remember that I started to think, how could that ever happen? That he was my only true friend, and the only friend I had, and that he was the only person I talked to. But then I started to blame myself, thinking that I should have listened. And telling you today, Mr. B, my tragic childhood memory that I haven't told anyone before, not my girlfriend, is amusing to say. I really didn't see myself ever going to therapy. But a couple months ago, I began not sleeping well, skipping and forgetting to eat meals, waking up with bags under my eyes, not functioning well. always reminds me of the time with Dave and trying to better myself with him being my friend. But I'm ready to put a stop to this. I need your help, Mr. B, to get rid of this guilty conscience that I've been carrying for years. I didn't mean any harm.